especially Guatemala after the Civil War in the 80s. Guatemala has been a country where, you don't speak out your mind because you get killed. And I think that's something that needs to change, especially when we are saying what we feel, when we are saying and demanding for, fairness and change. And I think I have a right to speak out my mind, and I think I have a right to let people know what's going on in my country if, nobody else is going to say it. So I think, for me, it's very liberating to speak, because it really bugs me when, media here, inform things partially, or, sometimes they inform something because they're going to benefit someone. And I think that shouldn't be the case. I think we should have, access to news so we can, analyze things and, come up with our own conclusions about things. So yeah, that's my answer.
Right. No, and it's great that many of you have just gone straight to the internet and places like Twitter where you can just really speak up your mind, and some people around the world are actually listening. And you guys started using the Escándalo GT hashtag, and you've been using it a lot. I've been following it for a week, and it's been used a lot. Kind of changing the topic a little, I've noticed that it's just not showing up on the trending topic at Twitter. Do you think that, that they're controlling what goes on in there, or what are your thoughts on that?
No, not necessarily. I think a lot of people don't really, realize that Twitter is a massive site, and even though we do tweet a lot and use this hashtag a lot, we don't come even close to, American Idol, or what was the other? Yesterday it was Gossip Girl. I remember reading some Escándalo GT tweets that you couldn't believe that, American Idol and Gossip Girl were more popular than us. But, for me at least, this is not a thing about, being independent topics. I would think it might help a little bit, helping people know and learn. But, I don't know, I think for me, as long as the news and the information is out, whoever wants to read it, that would be enough for me. And I think me and my generation in Guatemala is a generation of people that has been giving access to technology. It's incredible how internet access has exploded within the past 10 years in my country. The first time I ever used the internet, and I remember this really clearly, was in 1999, when my school decided they were going to get internet access and whatnot. But despite it being a relatively new thing, we have been getting a lot of, access to it. And not only us kids in the capital city, internet here, since a lot of telephone companies, mobile companies are giving it, has become extremely, extremely popular. And, and social networks have also become popular. Facebook, High Five, MySpace, I guess, to some extent, and Twitter, are coming, slow but steady. And I think it's a good thing that we get to have access to these things. And it's a great tool for us, because in this case, it's helping us a lot to give, our personal point of view. So I think it's great.
That's something that I've heard often being said on comments on blogs, is that there are the people that have, and then there are the people that don't have. And, they say things like there's such a division between the rich and the poor in Guatemala and Guatemala City. Do you think that the people that don't have access to the internet are a voice that are not really being heard? And that
I think, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think absolutely. Us people that have access have been, extremely blessed because of that, fact. But there is a lot of people here that, especially the people that the government has been using. The thing about, and this is something that really bothers me about this whole deal is that, our government, on my personal point of view, is trying to make this a clash of classes as it has been in the past, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's like this. What happens is this government, quotation marks, helps a lot of people. They do give a lot of things, but, for me, it's like they give a little bit and then they are saying they're giving a ton. While it's really good that they give, they're taking advantage of this and, threatening people to remove their help and assistance, which should be, mandatory as they are the government, then their, role is to help our people.